Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
If you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home.
Look, I'm pretty white, so I'm glad that transferred. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Let's Get Bread podcast, where we talk about all things sex, money, religion, and food.
God, I love food and religion. I don't care for the other two so much.
Everett, we're getting off to a rocky start here. We were supposed to record this pod, I don't know, earlier in the day, but you suggested, 3 p.m.
I seem to recall suggesting 1 p.m. and then you countered with 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
I said 1 o'clock, and then I realized, shoot, I'm working.
Oh.
And then we're off at 2 p.m. on Fridays for the summer holiday.
You're right. Okay. Listen.
And then you said 3. And you said this because you had afternoon trade over.
Which it turns out, gentle listener, I did not. I instead rode. I rode on my rowing machine. I did some work myself, as a man should do during the day. Lucas is first and foremost a mother.
I am a mother to a sweet baby girl
that
I birthed myself.
A golden doodle, to be specific, named Stevie.
Just like me.
She actually does. It's weird in that you both look like lesbians from the 80s.
She's a pretty girl. Who's a pretty girl, bearded chick.
But yeah, so, it's as a working single mother, Lucas has a lot on his plate.
Look,
and that's just a dig because he's slightly overweight and should try intermittent fasting. Just kidding.
Look, I am the busiest person alive. I think so. I have this up-and-coming podcast that's like, I'm taking off. I edited the last one. I did a great job. I watched multiple videos. I took 0 notes, so I'm going to have to relearn when I do this one.
I was there sitting on the floor, sighing.
You were so impatient. You were like, is it over? And I'm like, do you want to help?
I was so bored.
You were so bored. I'm like, so should we watch a movie? You're like, no, I'm going. I'm like, sorry I ruined your night by editing our podcast.
Oh, I cut myself.
Wait, so why didn't the guy come over?
I'll tell you exactly why. Okay, so, while we were planning this, it occurred to me, do I want a man inside me? And I said, maybe. Don't look at me like that. And then, I paid off my credit card. I paid the last of my credit card off this morning.
Okay, then that's worth the celebration. Yeah, I get it.
I paid it off, and immediately I had all of this energy. I was like, I need to do something productive now, not destructive. And so I paid off the credit card. I did the dishes. I rode 5,000 plus meters. I filled out the draft for my proposal that I'm working on. I might run for office.
Well, and honestly, when you said you were going to have sex in the daylight, I was like, when I picture you having sex, it's like in a dark cave at like 4 a.m. with like meth pipes and heroin balloons nearby. Like, I was like, Everett's going to have sex? Like, he can't turn the lights off. Like, when Everett tries to have sex, the goal isn't to come. He stops when he gets a bloody nose. Okay? Like, so it's like a daytime sex. Like, what? For Everett? That doesn't make any sense.
The goal is not to come. The goal is to survive, is to outlast. What a hideous thing you've said about me.
It tracks.
It does not track. Okay, I have experienced tenderness in my day. Maybe not with the last guy that stayed over, but...
The Sicilian.
No. The Englishman.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we can't even talk about the Sicilian.
Well, and what's interesting about that is you were just shit-talking the English, like, not too long ago.
I do
and then
not
lo and
care
behold,
for the English, generally. Yeah, sorry to our English fans out there. I'm sure individually you all are lovely people, but you have a lot to answer for. And I say this as an American who has a lot to answer for, okay? Also, you all can stop doing the accent. We know it's fake.
Oh, see, I love the accent, especially the Cockney.
No, I can't. It never, I don't know. It doesn't do it for me. But I did meet an Englishman out in the wild at a bar here in West Hollywood.
It was Prince Andrew at Epstein's Island.
I was 11.
Again, back to the dark caves and bloody noses.
I was 11 and a half. I was wearing a hat with a little propeller on it. Swinging my lunch pail.
No, you were in a pig pen, just oinking, just snorting, eating slop.
I think we both know I do not eat slop anymore.
Yeah, no, you did make a loaf of bread. You've made 2 loaves of bread.
I've made so much bread recently. Well, speaking of let's get bread, I have made a delightful rustic French loaf. I think it's either because I'm pregnant or because I realized that the collapse of Western civilization is upon us, and I have no skills in a survival situation. Like, even after like society sort of rebuilds, what can I do? I need to learn how to bake bread.
You are very maternal. Like, you keep a tidy home. You have cute little like tchotchkes. Like, I'm looking around, like cute little decor, and then your sexual tastes are just so deviant and evil. Have you seen Belle de Joux, the French film?
No.
I've told you about it. So Catherine Deneuve, she was like in her hot girl era. She was like this like blonde siren of like the 60s and like the French New Wave, blah, blah, blah. She plays a prostitute. Well, no. She plays a housewife. She's bored to tears. And so while her husband goes away to work, she spends her afternoons like following around prostitutes because she's like, what do they do? And then she becomes like enthralled, and then she ends up becoming one. And then the movie ends. I can't tell you, but
Tale as old as time.
that's you. I don't know what you do when I'm not around.
Well, what happens when you're not around is generally I put on a skin suit, and I've stippled a hair into with tweezers very delicately.
I'd fuck me. Don't you hurt my dog! Oh, sorry, it's Silence of the Lambs. We're going to reference that every time.
Where I've dug a deep hole,
Yeah.
and there's usually a young woman in there, and I've generally, I'm trying to give her a lotion she doesn't want.
Glitter nail polish.
Looks like town to me. We're getting off track.
No,
we're getting way off base.
I don't know that we've even made it on. I don't think we boarded.
I was going to tell you my delightful tale of when I experienced tenderness last.
Oh, yes.
We were supposed to talk about the
Englishman, yeah.
who came over. There's moments when you think, oh, there's potential here. And it's in brainily, the way that works for me is my damage is if I sense potential.
We taped a sheet up and it is going to fall. So if you hear gay shrieks, that's what's happening. Okay, so anyway, potential.
When I sense potential in a man, either whatever the case may be, brainily, I start spinning fables to myself about, like, the phrase that I'll say to it, this is utterly insane, you're going to hate this, is the...
Hi. The phrase is, hello.
No.
What are you doing?
When I was younger, the thing that I would always say to myself is like, oh yeah, we've been dating for 3 years. And I just say that out loud and be like, how does that sound? Does that sound...
Oh, wait, you're envisioning the future, like, exactly. If someone asks you that. Exactly. I don't hate that.
It's horrid. That's for the best. Okay, now you got the... Okay, anyway, so, potential with the man. A lot of charm. We riffed well together, volleyed, all of that. He even went in for a big smooch in front of everybody, which to me is very... as a woman of a certain age, as a homosexual of the Bush administration, when I came out, that just wasn't done. If you wanted to get beaten to death, you would do that in front of a crowd at a bar. So it was very, unexpected. I bring him home. Mm-hmm. I get him some bread because he's had maybe 2 drinks.
We love bread.
He got bread. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's what he got. He got bread.
I mean, let's be honest, you got bread.
I'm not sure I care for your tone. And so, he's here in my domicile. I feed him some bread. He's delighted with it because it's really fucking good. I need you all to understand. Lucas is a glutard, so he's not going to have any of this.
Shh, don't tell him. The jig is up already.
My IBS queen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, don't even start.
Baked a great loaf of bread. And so we go to bed, as you do. And immediately the potential starts to become qualified potential. There's a few asterisks. I see immediately I have a few notes that were there. I need to adjust my long-term plans.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So he comes here, and the asterisks are bad things you saw. Red flags.
Correct, yeah.
Got
and
it.
Immediately. Red flag is too strong. There was nothing, It wasn't like he talked about how he loved, like harming animals. Nothing. Perfectly decent fella. The foreskin was a problem.
See, that's so crazy to me.
Well, I mean, medically, it's a problem for him. I don't mean to say it's like an ick thing. I just mean to say it was very, very a fierce spring grip on it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we had a little. I had an irrational pain reaction in the manipulation of it, in the handling of the organ itself.
Yeah,
it just seemed like I'm almost positive this has to be excruciating for you. So it's just sort of a little cultish.
But I bet it's not. I bet it's more sensitive and better.
Maybe from his perspective, I have no idea. But
is there like I'm pretty stupid with this, but like, is there like stories of someone's foreskin like coming off or getting ripped off? Like,
well, I mean, what can happen is
fear?
you can snap the frenulum, which is the connective tissue that goes up and under the head of the penis in the very front, if you will. If we're thinking about the penis as a nice dolphin, if you've got the dorsal side and the ventral side.
I'm just picturing Trish from Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar, which aka Trish is just Reba.
That movie is so good.
I love that.
Ugly laughed the entire way through that movie.
Annie Marmelow is like a hidden gem. She wrote Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
No one knows about her, but she's so good.
That movie was literally incredible, and I want to smush my face between Jamie Dornan's calves.
He was so hot in that.
Anyway, this took a turn. So, yes, it's possible to injure an uncircumcised penis in that way, and especially when a man has a foreskin as tight as that, it is excruciating to have it retract fully over the glands. Utterly excruciating if it's a very tight foreskin like that. And so that was my big fear with him, is that, as we were engaging in sin, I worried
that your tight little chamber was gonna rip it open.
Exactly, I was worried I'd break the man. So that was a problem. Now, the thing that really truly got my goat, and so we're in bed. I'm the little spoon. I think we both know that.
The way you made eye contact, like it was like your boss handing over like your performance review that was like negative for the year. Like, I'm only getting a 2% raise. Like, are you kidding? That was crazy. Okay, continue.
He's in the big spoon position. He's still inside me at this point, fully turgid inside me. And he whispers, "Let's fall asleep like this."
Oh, I hate that.
And
I hate that.
Have never in my experience had a man suggest falling asleep while he's still inside me. And I've read about it in the romance novels.
That's criminal. That's criminal behavior. That's jail. He is Buffalo Bill.
I thought that was just like a romance novel thing. I thought that was simply like a thing women made up because it sounded romantic. And I said, sure, whatever. Okay, that's it. Yeah, why not? And
it's gonna come out eventually.
Well, I mean, it all comes out eventually.
But like, even while you're sleeping, unless he like, took like a pill or something. But I'm like, ugh.
I mean, the goal.
Even saying that out loud, I would have been like, get the hell out of here.
The goal was not, longevity. It was not like I want this to still be in situ 8 hours later. I think it was just, we're very close. Let's stay close for a while until whatever. So I find it, fellas, anybody out there, have you ever tried to fall asleep with a large penis in your ass?
No.
Yeah, really difficult. It's really hard. And I was struggling. I was like, okay, do I just, I didn't want to, I had to poo. I didn't want to seem, the word ungrateful almost left my mouth, which is totally not what I meant to say. I was like, I didn't want to, please, don't. Anyway, I tried to fall asleep with this man inside of me. And it was extraordinarily difficult to sleep because obviously there's a lot of sensation going on there. And you know who had no trouble falling asleep?
Well, duh. Little Spoon sucks, actually.
He entered his honk shoe era. He was
on his Casper mattress.
He was cartoon snoring. Me. Just spit bubble, like a little feather dancing from his chin to his nose as he snored. It was offensive. And I thought to myself, some men deserve to be afflicted by the male loneliness epidemic profoundly to the marrow.
So I do have a few notes. Sleepover? Crazy.
Utterly not.
Do you do that?
Rarely, but rarely do I ever.
I'm sleeping unless it's like you're my partner and whatever. Because like sleeping together, to me, that's like very intimate for that very reason of like, you do not get to listen to me snore unless.
Right. I also just like, you're not sleeping over because you're not going to wake up in the middle of the night and steal shit from me.
Yeah, like your kidney. Oh my God, there's an episode of Nip Tuck where that happened. And I watched it when I was 10 and I was like, yeah, if I let a stranger sleep over, they're going to steal my kidney.
Yeah, that's a great documentary. I just...
A Ryan Murphy show, baby.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Like, yes, stranger from the bar, you can absolutely put it in me without a condom on, but you're not staying over. The only thing that I won't do unprotected is take a left on Fountain Avenue.
Oh, totally that. You also don't have a water pitcher, which living in LA is disgusting.
It's true, I don't have a Brita filter. Lucas offered to buy me one and seems conveniently to have forgotten that he made this generous offer.
Well, I was going to give you mine, and then my roommate reminded
hideous.
me.
That's an awful thing.
Well, I don't need one anymore because I have my little fridge thing. My little fridge thing.
So that was my experience with tenderness recently. A tenderness which I had to accept sort of confusedly, and then I, extruded it after.
Is that tender?
It seemed tender in the moment.
To me, tender is like one of the nicest things a guy's ever done for me is I woke up and I like slept in and he had spent the night and whatever. And I like woke up, I walked out to my apartment. I was living in Minneapolis at the time. And I was like, where is he? And then I was like, where the fuck is Stevie? And he had, no, I know. I was like, oh,
Lucas is a mother.
Exactly. My daughter. And I was like, shit. And then all of a sudden, like literally like 2 minutes later, he walks through the door. He's like, oh, hey, I walked here and I got you a coffee. And I was like, oh, bitch.
Sploosh.
Huh. Sleeping with a dick in you. No, that's crazy.
That was
also cuddling. No, like even partner. Like I lived with my ex for 3 years and I was like, we can touch toes. Like we can do that. You know what I mean? Like the little like, we're together. But like
them together.
Literally like 2 is better than 1. I'm not touching.
Yeah.
You get your clammy arms off of me.
Yeah.
Lukey tired.
You just...
Lukey smash.
Yeah.
Get off of me.
You just start to schwitz. And it's... This is also why, like, I cannot ever sleep in the nude. Something happens.
Oh, I always sleep naked.
Physiologically, where I schwitz like...
Does that mean sweat?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. I get so moist. I don't know what happens with my body temperature regulation when I'm sleeping nude, but it's extraordinarily uncomfortable. And it makes it virtually impossible to sleep with a man if he's the sort who wants to sleep naked.
But you know what the best part of sleeping naked is? Waking up. And then your sheets are just like all on you and you're like,
no, because my sheets are soaking wet. They're tangled and there's a salt like
Have you ever considered losing weight?
I have, in fact, yes. I've been intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
That killed the conversation.
When is your first meal on that? We can get back to something more interesting, but when do you eat? Because you're not eating.
Yeah, usually I do 1 meal a day. That's
so crazy. Do you eat a lot?
No.
Like how many calories
just like
is
a normal dinner. I don't count calories, okay?
I used to do the bulletproof diet. Do you know what that is?
I don't know, is where somebody shot you? Because I wish they would.
You do butter in your coffee.
Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
So it actually tasted pretty good. And then you have this brain octane oil that you put in. I read all of his books. My ex, the one I lived with, was like really big on Dave Asprey is his name.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a freak and whatever. And honestly, it was great. And talk about tenderness. My ex would like wake up before me and he would make me coffee every morning and like it'd always be that. Anyway.
That's what the big fat cats at Bulletproof want.
So it was like one of these things where he was like, I want you to do this. And like, I was like, sure, why not? You're already making it great. And it actually was like pretty cool. It was really filling. I wouldn't have to eat till like 2 p.m.
Yeah. I know a guy he lives in Seattle, who I think worked for Bulletproof, maybe still does. And just even the concept of like, yeah, you put butter in your coffee. I'm like, whoa, what are we doing? Like,
that was hard to get by.
Yeah, it's just fat. I mean, like cream is just fat.
Right.
And it
tastes good.
I haven't had it actually. It's sort of like my parents, when I think this was back in like the mid 80s, they were in Tibet, parents. And they would have a lot of yak butter tea, which just nothing sounded worse to me than yak butter tea.
I mean, when I say yak, it means I'm blowing chunks, okay?
But it's a thing. Bulletproof, I think, stole the idea from the Tibetans. Yak butter. I just like saying yak butter.
Yak butter? I mean, what
yak
is that?
Butter.
What is that? I just picture like...
Yak's milk. You get a milk from a yak, and then you turn that...
What's a yak?
It's a great big hairy horny beast.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. What's his number?
They're the pack animals in the Himalayas.
Oh, God. I think I went on a date with one of those recently.
Am I right, ladies?
Oh, God. No, I got duped pretty hard. Have I told you about this yet?
No.
So there's a guy at the gym. He came up to me like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I told you about that.
Yes. This is...
Yeah. No, he came up to me and he did the whole, hey, are you new here? And I'm relatively new. Like,
yeah,
I've been
I just
working.
transferred in from private school. I went to school in Canada, but I had to leave after the accident.
No, I just got a new push-up bra. No. So he comes up to me. He's like, hey, like, blah, blah, blah. Would you ever want to get coffee? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Next thing's next. We hook up, whatever. It's great. I'm 30. He's, in my mind, 42, 44, like older, whatever. So then he's like, what are you doing this weekend? As in this past weekend. And I was like, oh, like not too much, like blah, blah, blah. He's like, would you want to go to the beach on Sunday? I was
Fabulous.
like, sure.
Who's driving?
Him.
Yeah, that's important. Get that in writing up front.
He picks me up in a BMW. I like that a lot.
Are we talking a 2-seat or a 4-seat? Coupe, sedan? SUV? Mm-hmm. Okay. Newer or older?
Pretty new. Like
electric?
Definitely 2020. I don't know if it's electric. I know nothing about cars and I don't actually care what you drive, but I just was like, oh, wow, cool. He's got money. Anyway. I'm not in a position to date seriously. And so like for me, I knew from the get-go, like, okay, this is just going to be like a fun, like little friend, whatever. And I was like upfront about it. But then we take an edible. We're sitting on the beach. And right as it starts to hit, we're like getting to talking. And he's like, oh yeah, my ex and I just broke up. And I was like, when? And he was like, this last week.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, so you guys were open? And he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, good.
Oh, thank God. I thought this was a red flag.
We for sure, yeah, the timelines overlapped, but okay, great. And he's like, no, we're good. We're friends. We've been together for 9 years. I love him a lot. It's just whatever. We're on like a break is how he described it, which I'm like, okay, whatever. I feel weird, but okay, great. And then I was like, so like, what were some of the problems?
Let's dig in.
I was like, well, because you know me, okay? I'm bored unless we're not talking about like the real stuff. So then he's like, oh, I don't know. Age was just such an issue for us. And I was like, and to me, I'm like, okay.
Camera slow pans.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, okay, you are like probably like 12 to 15 years older than me is what I'm thinking. I don't know his exact age in this moment.
Which would place him at 45-ish.
Yes. Yeah. And I was like, oh, how old is he? And he's like 32. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm 30. And like, again, this isn't anything serious. So it's not like, we're on like The Bachelor or something. So then I'm like, oh, well, how old are you? And he goes, 59.
Golden Bachelor.
And I go, what? And mind you, my edible just kicked in. And so I'm like fully laughing. And so he's like, well, that's not a problem, is it? And I was like, well, no, but like
you're gonna die soon.
I was like, you're older than my parents. And like my dad wouldn't hurt a fly, but he might hurt you. Like,
wow.
And so that is the oldest man I've ever been with.
59.
Which is like, I thought of you immediately because that's like your median age. I was like, I can't wait to tell Everett this on the podcast because for those of you who don't know, Everett likes older men like that. In fact, his ex is so old, he's dead.
Oh my God.
Rest in peace, David.
Good.
May your memory be a blessing.
His memory be a blessing. It is true. My ex is dead. He did not die of old age. It was a shark attack. called cancer.
I wish I could have met him.
I'm glad you never did.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been so. Oh my God! So when the Englishman was over, he looked at I have a picture of my ex and me on my dresser, and the Englishman's looking over all of the pictures on my dresser. Which, if you're at Trade's house, don't do that. Don't go looking through photos. Don't go asking questions about who's where and what and why. And he sees this picture of me and my ex. He goes, "Is that you and your dad?" I said, "No." And he said, "Oh." And then there was silence, just like now. And then he said, "Who is it?" I said, "That's my ex-boyfriend." He says, "Ah. Are you friends?" I said, "We would be."
Except he's 6 feet under in New Jersey.
Yeah, he said, "Where is he now?" I said, "He's decomposing in Princeton, New Jersey." And then we had sex.
So are you going to put it in or what?
Oh my God! Yeah, I slipped into a Mae West sequined gown, took out an 11-foot long cigarette and a feathered fan, and you're gonna come up and see me sometime. And then I tried to fall asleep with him inside me. It was.
That is actually, we haven't actually talked about how crazy, that is crazy behavior. If someone said, "I'm going to fall asleep with my dick in your ass," I'm going to be like, "The fuck you are. Lose my number. Forget about me."
I respect that journey for you. I think I would.
Do you like to be, are you like someone that like, you want to be like possessed? Do you want to be owned?
No. Not even a little bit. No. The second I feel. So my ex, my David, may his memory be a blessing, one time, this is perhaps what I regard as one of the most profound failures in my entire life. And this is going to sound so stupid when I say it. I was unemployed in D.C. For something like maybe 3 months. I was in between a big boy job and then who knows what else. And David paid my rent for a month.
Love that.
And when I tell you the shame kept me from leaving my bed for 4 days.
Like, that someone was helping you.
I was beside myself. I was so, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, no.
It was horrible.
It sounds awesome, but I know I would feel the same exact way.
Oh, I was I was so hideously mortified that, and I mean, it was a lovely thing he did to support me in that moment, and we were together, and it was nice, etc., etc. I loved him very much. The second, and when you get in somebody's pocket like that, immediately, me, when I get in somebody's pocket like that, alarm bells start going off.
Yeah.
Because it's just, and I had nothing to worry about. But David, may his memory be a blessing, because he was a fantastic man. But you can meet people where that becomes a real big...
Oh, they keep score. Oh, yeah, totally. That's why, I hate presents, because I'm like, okay, you got me this really nice thing. I have to, match that. And then we keep one-upping each other forever. And I'm like, I don't know how to cook. Sorry. You made me this beautiful cake. I can't do that. You're better than me.
Yeah. I don't know. Possessed? No, don't possess me. I'm good on my own. I will claw your fucking face off if you think you're gonna, I don't know, tell me which way's up. It's just not going to happen that way. Mm-hmm. I do want a man who is going to be able to make it clear that he's rearranging priorities to put me somewhere in a higher position than I used to be having to jockey for.
Sure.
It's like if I'm having to compete with a night out at the bar and your dodgeball team.
Totally.
I'm going to look into having you murdered.
I can relate to that. I feel that.
If, on the other hand, it's my sister's getting married and we can't meet up this weekend, I will bite my tongue and I will say, I hope you have a great time. And I will see you when you are back.
The performance review eyes are back.
Yeah, right. And if I understand that you have returned to our local tri-state area and 6 hours go by without a text message, I'm going to look into having you murdered. JK. That's just... It's hard. Dating's hard, right, ladies?
Dating is hard, especially in this city. I mean, can you believe?
The amount of times that comics on stage have been, are we dating? Are we on the app? Like,
I gotta say something. Unpopular. Stand-up comedy is so hard. I tune the fuck out when people start talking. Even if you're like Nikki Glaser, like if it's like dating, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like I that's a segment that I'm like, okay, this is 3 minutes where this is where I use the bathroom. This is where I go and get my peanuts. I don't care anymore. There's I can't remember the last time someone said something profoundly new where I'm like, oh wow, that's a cool new spin. Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a thing all new comics go to it as a thing to talk about, because it is just this fucking bare bones lowest common denominator thing that any fucking knuckle dragging idiot that walks into a comedy club is going to probably have.
You know what I'm realizing?
What?
We're literally talking about dating.
No, it's meta. Okay.
We're having a conversation, but I guess, yeah, maybe Nikki Glaser, Dave Chappelle, whatever. Maybe they got it, but we're talking about a very specific niche of like open micer where it's like, oh no.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird comedy anathema where if you talk about dating, if you talk about therapy, and if you talk about religion. Like ADHD. Oh, dear God. I have many spicy opinions, but I need to process them first.
Yeah, you can't see it, but snakes are rising from Everett's head right now.
But it is, I mean, it's a quick, like, oh, how do I fuck this setup? Mm-hmm. I'm going to talk about religion. How do I fuck this setup? I'm going to ask everybody if they're dating.
Yep.
Hideous. Awful. Always, always, always awful. I can't think of a single comic who I love and adore who's got a solid 5 minutes on dating. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It doesn't work.
It is, yeah. I don't know.
But let's talk religion. Ever since I converted to Islam, I've been...
I will be a Buddhist before I leave this city. I'll tell you that right now.
Do you think so?
Oh, 100%. I'm so universe. What's the universe saying to me? What are they throwing at me? I know.
Hate that. I gotta be honest with you. I don't care for that at all.
I probably will be.
I'm such a profoundly irreligious person.
You are.
It's... another guy I dated briefly, he was in recovery. Probably still is. And
that was evil.
Alcoholic, tedious, very tedious. And he would frequently mention a church, like jamboree after a meeting. Like he used the word fellowship as a verb, which I find to be immensely off-putting. But he would always say, "Oh, I've got my meeting Tuesday, and then we're all fellowshipping wherever else afterwards." And so, in my borderline personality disorder brain, I'm like. Oh, I see.
Gay!
So we had plans. You're telling me you're going to do fellowshipping with people. All I'm hearing is, I'm not making time to see you.
That's great. Okay, that's a little crazy. I'm going to throw my flag up. He's like, those meetings are to like keep his sobriety, and you're like, this is crazy.
Yes, that is fully.
Just blow it already.
I mean, also, my journey with sobriety is a thoroughly unsympathetic journey towards sobriety, wherein I woke up on the floor with a lot of blood on my knuckles and my face, and I was like, I probably shouldn't do that anymore. And that was almost 13 years ago.
The willpower, so like I've worked in behavioral health for like 8 years now. The willpower it takes to stop drinking on your own is like actually insane though. So that's like good on you. But like most people do need like that, the fellowship, the meetings, the blah, blah, blah. I'm also sober from alcohol. Like I don't go to AA or anything. I quit on my own, but everyone's path is different. So
it sure is. And that's,
I get it, but I'm with you where how do I say this without sounding horrible? It's not that we hate community, but there's something about that specific
it's culty.
Culture. It's culty. It's culty. And then if you are sober and you say like, oh yeah, I don't go to AA, there's like a weird, why are you too cool? And I'm like, I guess it hasn't been my story at all.
Yeah. The thing that always, again, as a very profoundly irreligious person, I always have to raise my eyebrow at like group chants. Any sort of like an affirmation spoken together with other people, a rote list of things that you have to say before the start of a meeting. I really, truly, none of that is good to me.
So, and like, that's a huge issue for like gay people who are sober too, is like AA is very religious. Like, it's like literally embedded.
It's the higher power, and I give it up to.
And so there's different variations that they've since come up with. Like smart recovery is like a variation of AA that like eliminates religion. And there's different things you can do now, but like 100% like big issue for me as well.
Yeah, it's that sort of, it just immediately raises my hackles.
Do you think you had a chemical dependence?
Never.
So do you think it was like you were nursing anxiety?
Oh, yeah. It was just a means to an end.
Totally.
It was always just a tool to be as tedious and self-destructive as possible.
I didn't know this until I stopped drinking, but I hate crowds. Yeah. I had no idea. I like truly, I was like, and then I kind of stopped. Once I stopped drinking, I noticed myself like, oh, thank God I'm not at that bar. Or like, and I say this, Lady Gaga's here this week, and I'm like wanting to go to that concert, but I'm like, I don't think I like concerts. Like when I stopped drinking, I'm like, whoa, I don't think I like any of the things that I used to like spend my time doing. And I would do these things to get near people who I don't actually know or care about, but for some reason I need them to know I'm here. I don't know. Yeah.
You see, and I mean, this is why the Englishman, there seemed to be a lot of potential with him. Is we met at a bar. Mm-hmm. I was introduced to him.
It is a lot better when you meet him out in the wild.
Right. You know, like I saw him, I could watch as I reeled the fish in, you know, and so it all unfold. And it was at a bar, and it was, you know, I was sober, obviously. He was having a few drinks, but it was, I don't know. Despite all of the negatives, which is being at a bar in a crowd of people with loud music, with, you know, people's fucking booze breath, as they're standing too close to you.
What bar was it to?
What's it? Nobody seems to know what it's called. It used to be Foo Bar.
I don't even.
On Santa Monica.
Oh, yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Charming enough bar. It was nice. Shout out to what used to be Foo Bar. Charming enough place. I suspect I would go back because it was even like the back patio area was nice. Everybody was smoking. I don't care for that.
Please. Literally. Honestly, I'm at the point in my life where I should be. If I started smoking, I wouldn't talk to another person for the rest of my life.
Yeah. It is such a shame it's so bad for you. It's such a good prop.
It is such a good prop. And honestly, like...
And as a waitress, it gets you out of work so reliably. Mm-hmm. The amount of times as a waitress in DC where I'm like, where the fuck is insert server's name here? They just got sat. Mm-hmm. The manager like, oh, can you take it? They're taking a smoke break.
All the time. I remember being like 18, my first serving job. I think I talked about this in the last pod. Fuck, I better stop because it's embarrassing. But I worked at a restaurant called the Mexican Village.
You sure did. Yeah.
In Fargo, North Dakota. We didn't deep fry our chimichangas. There was nothing authentic about this restaurant. But I just remember being like, hey, Luke, can you cover my table? I'm going to go out for a smoke. And I'm like, how many do you have? She's like, 6. Because we're at this shitty restaurant. So, like, we're not these, like, 2-3 table section, like, fancy places. It's like, nope, you're going to get a 20 top and 4, like, 4s and whatever running around. Oh.
I still have waitress nightmares. Hate it.
I miss it.
I do not.
I liked the actual, what I didn't like about serving was that the money wasn't consistent. So you were reliant on tips, which were obviously like someone could give you $100, someone could give you nothing. Mm-hmm. Someone could give you a $1,000 bill that's fake and it says Jesus shit on it. So like that stuff, but I actually didn't mind the act of serving. I feel like I'm past it as far as...
Because you're a sub-oinker. You're a little pig. Abject, submissive.
A little piggy in a pen. My favorite food is slaw.
Something about waitressing, the toll it takes on your body, the toll it takes on your psyche. Worst of all was that I've had and been fired from several big boy jobs where they had insurance, they had good money, all of that. I never ever once had a panic attack as a waitress. Ever.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
High pressure. Somebody's actually in your face, like a chef, a line cook maybe, who's currently weaning off of heroin, is screaming in your face about how you're not supposed to backhand a guest when putting a plate down for the serving menu. Totally cool as a cucumber. I got a relatively, frosty email from a woman I used to work with. May she choke. And I had to lie down on my face on the floor for 5 minutes and breathe deeply in and out to reset my nervous system because the email just, it didn't start with hi or anything like that. Utterly insane.
No, that's the thing that I'm talking about too is like, well, one, I like being on my feet because sitting all day fucking sucks. Number two, the theater that goes on in like corporate America of like who you need to impress, who you need to be on the good side of, who can ruin your life with like documentation or like painting a narrative that doesn't exist. All that shit. Like in a restaurant, your manager is missing his teeth.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't give a fuck. She wants a Diet Pepsi. You brought her a Mellow Yellow. Get her a Diet Pepsi. You know what I mean? The stakes are so much lower. And even that, like, just directness where you're like, okay, Cody doesn't have teeth. His breath smells bad. I got to do better so I don't smell it next time.
Yeah.
Rather than the HR director being like, oh, what do you mean? He doesn't like you. We told him to stop saying faggot. Should we huddle about it? Do you have 15 minutes to huddle?
Just as soon as I remember maybe 3 jobs ago, starting the day and HR was like, hey, do you have a minute? I was like, oh, I'm getting fired. I'm getting fired right now.
Oh, especially if that email comes like same day.
No, it was a Teams message. It was a Teams message first thing in the morning. And there's no Slack because I remember the notification sound. It caused an immediate spike in my blood pressure.
Yep, I got one of those once.
One of those. And I just like, oh, this is it. I got fired so fucking fast.
Yep.
That's maybe the one moment in my life where I regret not being crazier than I already am, is face to face with somebody as they're firing you. One time I got fired with like a group of, it was maybe like 3 people. There was HR, there was the, Obersturmbannführer who ruled over my division, and then one other nameless corporate.
Hold on, let me watch The Sound of Music quick so I can translate what the fuck you just said.
And my Nazis will get that joke.
Yeah.
And they, did the usual corporate spiel, and it occurred to me to do a Shakespearean monologue in response, but I didn't have the presence of mind to fully commit to the bit. Like the tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow monologue from Macbeth would have been utterly bonkers.
Oh, that's such a good book. There's a book called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow that's based off of that. Yeah. Very good. But yeah.
And then the last time I got good and proper fired on like a Zoom call, I was pointedly hostile to the HR representative, which I can't name due to legal reasons. And that felt gratifying.
I've been laid off twice. Both times I was like very relieved. The last time I worked at a fake job. It was totally fake. I didn't do a single thing. It was a small, tiny organization where the CEO basically paid himself like $350,000 a year. Just so we're clear, our tax records, we made like $1.4 million. So fake organization, not real. And then the first time I was like in a cube land like scenario, my job was to like meet with doctors and like translate doctor speak into plain language. It was awful. And we were in the basement, and this is in the Midwest. So like it's already dark like in the winter at like 4 p.m. I would get there at 7 a.m. It'd be dark. I'd leave, it'd be dark. And I'm 22, 23. I'm living in this shithole apartment, no dishwasher. Like my life sucked. So when I got laid off, they're like, and you'll get severance for 3 months. And I was like, let's go!
Yeah. I think I got something like that when I got laid off from one big boy job. And I took that severance and I indulged in a fabulous manic episode. I was staying up till 4 a.m. in Salt Lake City reading the Marquis de Sade's 120 Days of Sodom.
Oh, that's crazy.
That was actually bad for my mental health. That was actually a bad thing to do.
I know nothing about it other than my follow-up question. Is she the character Glenn Close plays in Dangerous Liaisons?
We've had this conversation before, and no, you're thinking of a different thing entirely. Quills. Remember Kate Winslet? Quills. Jeffrey Rush.
It's a bad movie.
It's
been years, but I remember being like, Jeffrey Rush is bad.
Sure, right. He's a bad person. The Marquis de Sade was also a terrible person.
Oh, God. I can't stop thinking about Dangerous Liaisons now.
I know.
Glenn Close at the very end when she's like powdering her face.
Did you know she is...
This is... And it's her and John Malkovich just in this weird psychosexual, like, they're like, he's like, I'm going to fuck Uma Thurman. And she's like... Do it. You're going to ruin her life.
I bumped into Glenn Close in an elevator, coming out of an elevator.
I would die. I love her.
She's the size of a parakeet.
I believe. Her daughter was carrying her in a cage.
She's tiny.
Just a little puppet.
Yeah, it's so sweet. I bumped into her. I obviously, when you're a woman of her stature and recognition, you bump into people who don't realize who they're looking at first. And then when the moment comes and she was ever so, I didn't, of course, stop her on her way.
I have no like control. I would have to do a fatal attraction, like, hi Glenn. And if she ignored me, I'd be like, I'm not going to be ignored, Dan.
Do you suppose how many times that's happened to her?
I bet it's so annoying.
It just, yeah. I mean, I probably at parties more than anything else where somebody thinks like, I'm going to make an impression.
No, I wouldn't. I would never go up to any celebrity, to be honest. There's been like very few times where I've actually like gone up.
You know, the one you should go to?
Who?
Chapel Roan.
She just clubs me with her purse.
You've heard it here first.
Her purse full of rocks.
Listeners, go up to Chapel Roan. If you see her in the wild, she loves it. She's been on the record saying how much she adores it. And ask her about how she feels about elections. And just try it. Just do it for the bit. Just see what happens. I'm sure it's going to be great. There's no way it goes bad.
Yeah.
Well, friends, this is Let's Get Bread. Don't ask about the spelling. We haven't nailed it down yet. And yeah, come back probably every week. We're going to discuss things of substance.
Eventually have some guests on the pod.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
Bye. We'll see you all very soon.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the show.